He's the reason that I got admitted into my school. It was very hard to get admission into that school, and apparently he went personally and met with the authorities and the principal, and I got.
At this time in my life where I wake up and I'm like, I'm tired, I don't, you know, I'm feeling tired. And then I think, 1 second, Mr. Bachchan is somewhere on a film set at this time, at this age, after all these years.
मेरे पापा बहुत बड़े फैन हैं, इलाहाबाद से वो भी हैं, तो मुझे बचपन से उनके किस्से सुनाते रहते हैं। उन्होंने जो कर दिया है, मुझे लगता है कि आगे अगले आने वाले 100 साल 200 साल बहुत समय लगेगा अगर मैचअप अगर आप सोच भी रहे हैं वहाँ तक पहुँचने की।
It's Mr. Bachchan's 80th birthday. How would you like to wish him?
Yeah, Bachchan Saab has been an icon for much longer than I was even born, and I have seen him in films like Anand, and then I've seen him in films like Diwar and on, and then I've been seeing him in the last few decades and how he has constantly reinvented himself, not only as an icon and a star, but as a performer and an actor, and there is only respect and admiration and so much to learn just by watching him, and I hope that I have the good fortune of spending some time with him, you know, and learning in person and get to work with him in the future.
What are his two qualities that you really admire, that really inspire you?
I think he's, as a person, I guess I would say I've heard stories upon stories about how disciplined he is and how committed he is and how he is always on time, and how much he preps and how much work he puts into the film, etc. But on screen, it's his magnetism, sheer magnetism. You know, he and his proficiency in language, how he uses his voice, his persona, his aura, his presence, and he's got actually, since we are speaking about Phone Bhoot, such a wicked sense of humor and comic timing as well. So really, truly a rounded performer, you know, and of course a towering star. So he's the reason that I got admitted into my school, in Jamnagar Nursery School.
Wow.
Because my mother was working with him at the time, and it was very hard to get admission into that school, and apparently he went personally and met with the authorities and the principal, and I got to know this only when I was a little older. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, imagine it's Amitabh Bachchan.
Yes.
You'll never expect that, but
yeah, so he did that for, you know, a kid to get a good education.
Yeah. Siddhant, what sort of memories do you have of Mr. Bachchan, his films?
मैंने कल ही रात को दीवार देखी।
Super.
और मैंने बचपन में देखी थी, you know, my dad's a huge fan. तो बचपन में देखी थी तो कुछ समझ में आई थी, कुछ नहीं समझ में आई थी, लेकिन जब दोबारा देखी मैंने और पूरा थिएटर भरा हुआ था और सो यू नो बहुत टाइम से मैंने इतने लोग एक साथ चीयर करते हुए, सेलिब्रेट करते हुए नहीं देखा मैंने किसी को। सो मेरे लिए तो मतलब बचपन से जितने मेरे पापा बहुत बड़े फैन हैं, इलाहाबाद से वो भी हैं, तो मुझे बचपन से उनके किस्से सुनाते रहते हैं, उनकी पिक्चरें दिखाते रहते हैं, तो मेरे लिए तो मतलब क्या ही बोलूं, मतलब जो भी कुछ कहूँगा कम ही होगा। बहुत बड़ी हस्ती हैं, इज अ लेजेंड, एंड उन्होंने जो कर दिया है, मुझे लगता है कि आगे अगले आने वाले 100 साल 200 साल बहुत समय लगेगा अगर मैचअप अगर आप सोच भी रहे हैं वहाँ तक पहुँचने की। तो उन्हें बहुत कुछ अचीव कर लिया है, एक ऑन स्क्रीन ऑफ स्क्रीन दोनों ही बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंस्पायरिंग है, और सारी जनरेशंस के लिए, मतलब चाहे वो बच्चे हों, कल मैंने सबको देखा, बच्चे भी थे, बूढ़े भी थे, सारे एज ग्रुप्स के जो लोग हैं सबके लिए वो उतना ही इम्पैक्ट रखते हैं। तो मैं उनको अपने तहे दिल से जन्मदिन की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देना चाहूँगा।
Katrina, I'm pretty sure you've worked with him, and so you met him more than a couple of times. So what were the experience, what are the memories like with him?
Well, I think he's definitely one in a million kind of a person. You know, I think very few personalities you get to see like that in a lifetime. I think Amitji is definitely one of them. His aura, his enigma when he walks into a room, the kind of command that his presence has. Beyond that, I think what he is as a performer, what he is as a star, what he is as an icon, what he is as also a gentleman, how he always is with his co-stars, with you. I remember very early on in my career how thoughtful he was on the sets, and that was something that always stayed with me. He's a person who I think will always be an inspiration for all of us. Especially for me, there are so many days at this time in my life where I wake up and I'm like, I'm tired. I don't, you know, I'm feeling tired. And then I think, 1 second, Mr. Bachchan is somewhere on a film set at this time, at this age, after all these years. I swear that thought comes into my head so many times. I'll be late in the night and I'll be like, you know, you're feeling the tiredness of being on a shoot, and I'll be like, Mr. Bachchan is on set somewhere. So I think he's an exception. He's definitely an exception. There isn't any one who's going to come and fit that mold again.
Yeah.
And I think we just have to appreciate that, you know, that while we may all want to, or so many people may want to aspire to be like him, or like his style of acting or his traits, I think there's always only ever really going to be one like him.
True. Well said. Very well said. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.